Several years ago, a man by the name of Herman Trueblood had finished cleaning up following his daily swim in the ocean when he noticed a man and his two sons trying to push their disabled car up a steep incline. A debate began in Herman's head that ran from, "Go help them," to "That's none of your business and you'll just get dirty." Yielding to the better impulse, Herman went over and began to push. The car started to move a little, and finally they accomplished their task. Then it happened. The father stuck out his dirty hand, and Herman stuck out his hand as the father said, "I'm very glad you came along. You had just enough strength added to ours to make the thing go." There are people you will meet today who are just like that father and his sons. They are trying to handle some job or get through some problem, but just do not have the strength to accomplish it. They need your added strength, not just your strength alone. They need a helping hand, not a hand that takes away their effort. Paul said in Galatians chapter 6 and verse 2, "Bear one another's burdens, and thereby fulfill the law of Christ." However, I think there are a couple of other verses that could be added to that one. For instance, the wise man in Proverbs chapter 3, verses 27 and 28 says, "Do not withhold good from those to whom it is due, when it is in your power to do it. Do not say to your neighbor, 'Go and come back, and tomorrow I will give it,' when you have it with you." How often have we had the opportunity and the means and simply brushed off helping someone? There is in the book of Acts, in chapters 2 and 4, an example of people who helped each other. In Acts chapter 2, and verses 44 through 45, Luke records these words, that all those who believed were together and had all things in common. And they began selling their property and possessions and were sharing them with all as anyone might have need. Acts chapter 4, verse 32 says, "The congregation of those who believed were of one heart and soul, and not one of them claimed that anything belonging to him was his own, but all things were common property to them." Perhaps that really exemplifies the truth of Philippians chapter 2, verses 3 and 4. There Paul says, "Do nothing from emptiness or selfish conceit, but with humility of mind regard one another as more important than yourselves. Do not merely look out for your own personal interests, but also for the interests of others." Even Jesus himself said, "It is more blessed to give than to receive," as recorded in Acts chapter 20 and verse 35. I also think about something we all probably learned as children, something we call the Golden Rule. In Matthew chapter 7 and verse 12, Jesus says, "In everything, therefore, treat people the same way you want them to treat you." In Luke chapter 6 and verse 38, Jesus says, "Give, and it will be given to you. They will pour into your lap a good measure, pressed down, shaken together, and running over." Although we hope it will not happen, one day we may be the ones trying to push some heavy burden up a steep incline, and we would surely be appreciative of any help. So be alert. Give thought and consideration to the struggles of those around you. Give them a helping hand. By so living this lesson of life, you may find it also being returned to you in the same way. May God bless you as you touch the people around you for good.